After what was an insane elk hunt last week, killing 6 bulls over 300, we went on stream to Redfeather Falls and shot an absolute monster, 389. And by the way, without a couple of abnormals he has, he would have been a 399. So nearly had a 400 on stream. We're still searching for one, and actually he's so big that putting him in this spot actually has his antlers clipped through the wall. So got a 350 there instead, and we have now officially filled all of the elk skull plaques in this entire lodge, but plenty of room for improvement, and as we seem to be on an elk hot streak, we're heading out back after them again. This time on Whitehart Island. That's going to give us a chance to go for blacktail, whitetail turkeys, things that normally we don't encounter much when hunting elk, and we'll see what we can find and see if we can continue this streak we're on. And it looks like our hunt's going to start off with a blacktail buck. Just depends on what weapon we use. There's another buck coming in here. He's 34 meters away, but I find the blacktail are very much aware of their surroundings. So because he's actually moving right now, I think we can get up and use the bow. I have to sidestep this tree, which I don't love. But if we can get this shot in there, yeah, he knows we're here. Oh, that worked out so incredibly well. The buck on the left spooked. He stopped to sniff the air when we shot, and the arrow got there before he took off. What a crazy way to start this hunt. That could have been a whole lot worse. But we got probably a high 140s, low 150s blacktail to get us going. Lung and liver dropped him at 28 meters, 147 score. And luckily, we're not tracking a slightly above average blacktail right now. And we've got our first turkey of the hunt coming in. 45 to 55, and I thought there were 2 gobblers, so real quick, gonna spot that one too. That's an even smaller one. Maybe just because the smaller one's in the back, we may get away with this anyway. That's gonna end up spooking him. We have the 223 AR, not that it's loaded, but frankly, I don't think we'd go for that shot anyway. We actually just fast traveled because not much was going on up on the northwest side of the map. So we're gonna head over towards the golden tree stand eventually, just kind of see what's going on, and that of course is the area. Somehow we got a headshot, by the way. I'm not sure how that happened, but anyway, that is the location of our only 2 400 elk kills ever. Do we want to sit here that long for a turkey to come in? I think we'll go down to this field and see what's going on down there. Gotta imagine there's more turkeys and probably other stuff down by the tower. Well, that is the sound we wanted to hear, and we get it by fast traveling to the golden tree stand. We actually kind of hunted around it, pretty much wanting to do exactly this, fast travel in and just see what might actually be here. So we'll jump in the stand and we'll try to call that in, and we'll probably go ahead and hit whatever other kind of call we have on us as well, just in case something else is hanging around. And we do have at least 4 different bulls coming in. Got a bunch of pretty small ones, and then one back here that's being a little bit more camera shy that's at least halfway decent, 205 to 255. And actually over here on our right is a coyote. I don't know if we can really get that spotted. We can't turn any further right. 40 to 46 for that. And I suppose with everything going on, make sure that's not anything special because we haven't seen that. We might as well just go ahead and try to drop the best bull in there. And frankly, this is going to send everything running. And maybe that's a good thing. But I don't think we'll be hanging around the golden tree stand. Probably everything pretty much in a circle around us for 200 meters is going to spook. So we'll just grab our bull and continue on. I'm actually kind of excited to head south now, because there's been seemingly so little up here compared to what we're used to. I'm curious if the South Island is loaded with elk or even just whitetail. And we are hopefully soon going to find out. So we're going to basically probably pass by that lake again just in case, get down here onto the little land bridge, and move to the South Island. And heading south already seems to be improving our luck. Got a 145 to 170 blacktail coming in. Because we're planning on covering a good bit of ground in a short period of time, we're actually going to go 308 rival here. Kind of for 2 reasons. Number 1, I'm not too worried about spooking things near us because again, we're going to be out of here pretty quickly. But also because, for whatever reason, I struggle more to drop blacktail with a bow than maybe anything else in the game. I don't know if it's a hitbox thing, I don't know if it's a psychological thing, but what I do know is a nice center chest shot with a 308 round will drop one without any worries of having to track it. So that'll get him down, And we can continue on our way towards that South Island. Hard shot him at 24 meters, 163 score, not bad. And we'll see, we're pretty much going to be out of blacktail territory quite quickly here, but might end up being our last one. Well, finally, we've got some decent antler out here. A 155 to 175 whitetail actually just fast traveled again, just to get around two very tiny bucks right there at the land bridge. So, in this case, looks like it's worked out. Got a doe calling down there too. We'll try to bring him all the way in and get him with a bow, just in the interest of not spooking literally everything. Not that I'd love my chances with the 308 at that range, but it is capable as far as I know. And even before that, we've got another whitetail buck coming in. This one, man, I think we're okay just because he stopped exactly there. I was worried we might hit the side of the tower, so luckily, he stopped and gave us a good clean shot. Got another something back there. Whitetail doe coming in behind that. Looks like this fast travel put us into the heart of whitetail territory, which kinda was the point. But I'm still hoping to see a little more out of the elk population. So 2 deer down. We'll see how many we can get before our big buck gets here. Looking like the answer might be 3. That is just on the edge though. I feel like he'd hear the shot. So what we may do instead is try to get him somewhere in the area of 50. I think we're okay with this though, so long as we pretty much stay still and she's stopping. Whenever he stops, we'll go for the shot with the Flinter bow. I think he's still moving through there. We're looking at right around 40 and he's going to stop for us. Should be a single lung shot, I think. Kind of a bummer that doe got here when she did. Talked about the timing being good with the other buck in the first doe. Not so much with the second. So what we'll do is try to save ourselves a little bit, or potentially a lot, of tracking. Last I saw him was right in there, so we'll leave a marker. Grab our other 2 deer, and we'll check on the blood. He was just far enough that the track actually won't show up. So the blood that we saw that kind of looked darkish like intestine blood, that's just your normal impact blood that you can see at any range regardless of what the track actually says. So, got our doe and our probably barely 100 scoring buck. Spine 1 for that one, by the way, 112 if that's not fitting enough. And let's go and see. Blood is looking a whole lot brighter from here, so we don't even have to slow play this. We can just run down. He'll be expired by the time we get to wherever he made it to. Simple little track job, and maybe the best thing, he actually found a decent little sunny spot here in the trees. He's got a really nice frame. He's only a 7x7. Long tines, looks like at least 3 stickers. I still think he tops 170. Got a left lung shot at 37.8 meters. Well, we almost topped 170, 169.8822. I think that's good enough for a quick trophy photo, by the way. See if we can get something set up here. And might have to do this a little bit more quickly than intended, because we've got a bull elk finally down here on the South Island. So we won't be able to identify the call. That's just going to take too long. We'll make sure we get a nice photo. I think that is going to be good enough, because even though we can't identify it, it sounded to me, and I mean it had to be, basically north of us, because we just ran down here from the south. So if we just hit this bugle, and then maybe find ourselves a decent little spot to sit. These rocks could work because we'd be elevated, but there we go. Don't love that he called back that fast. That's not always a great sign, but big bulls will do it too. Well, unfortunately, not an impressive bull in the slightest. I think 50 was the minimum estimate there. You can go ahead and get him down at least. At least as far as I can tell, he is by himself, which I guess kind of is expected. We'd have probably had another bugle or something by now. So we'll just quickly grab him. And then we're actually going to spin around and go back down to the south. There's still a lot of the southern island to explore. 89 score, goodness. Just about 100 inches smaller than the buck we just killed. That's not exactly what we're looking for. I mean, we found elk pretty well already down here on the South Island, but not exactly the kind of bulls we're looking for. There's another tiny one back there. That might be, yeah, that is smaller than this one. All right, well, we're just going to go ahead and get the front one. And I guess it's a plus that we've now taken out a couple of these that we're not going to have to worry about getting tracks or calls from later. We're in another situation where a fast travel might not be a bad idea. We can't yet, but if it comes up, if we're able to fast travel again and we're still in this area, I'd like to leapfrog them, get beyond them, so we're not just pushing them towards whatever we may actually want to shoot. Not exactly the caliber of whitetail buck we want to see either. Luckily, the first one we got when we came down here was a little better than this. 50 to 75, and probably going to be all of 58, maybe? I don't think he's going to be much better than that, so let's get over here and grab that. And basically the plan is to do kind of one additional zigzag across the southern island. 56 score, by the way. And we should end up at the first tower, so our kind of path is going to look something like this. And we'll see what we can find along the way. We are almost 3 hours into this hunt. At this stage, just about anything could be just about anywhere. I don't expect to find blacktail down here. They'd have to walk across that land bridge, which is nearly impossible. But any of the elk or whitetail that were anywhere near that, they could be down here by now. Gotta say, I did not expect to hunt our way all the way back to the lodge without getting at least something else, but unfortunately, that is the case, and at least we did get the one decent whitetail buck, almost clipped 170, and, you know, as we finally filled the lodge with all of the elk skull mounts, and now we look to improve some of those at least sub 350 ones, European mounts for the deer species, whitetail, blacktail, mule deer, we could have so much fun chasing those sorts of things as well. Hopefully that's something the game could eventually add. But anyway, that is going to do it for this video. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.